Oh. Hey guys, it's another night, and my cousin's here. Finally, he's in my house. So instead of just going his house, he's here. So we just saw another pay-per-view event, which is Extreme Rules, and we're gonna go over a couple of matches that we saw, and give it our thoughts. So this is our another episode of reaction reviews of Extreme Rules. So the first match was the
Street Fight.
Street Fight match. I can't say it was considered a match because
It was a match. It just continued for almost an hour.
well,
Which
it was a long match.
No, it was the longest Street Fight ever.
Well, technically it is long, but it was not long enough. We just ended with the for now until the match was between Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper, and the match didn't really much end it. It just went into intermission because it ended with Luke Harper trying to escape Dean Ambrose in some Jeep or some SUV something there, and Dean Ambrose jumped in, and then he drove off. So the show still continue on. So we're gonna talk about the next match. The next match was the
Kiss Me Arse match.
Kiss Me Arse in the terms of Mr. McMahon Kiss My Ass match. It was with Death.
Death.
Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus.
Yes.
And it was a singles match. There was no Extreme Rules. It was just a singles pinfall match. It was a crazy match. Both of them went back and forth. Each of them kicked, technically, they kicked out most of the finishers. So, and Sheamus was gonna end up using his Brogue Kick until Dolph reversed it into the victory roll up, and he won, which it was a 1-2-3, and Sheamus was livid, and Dolph was gonna end up, forcing Sheamus to kiss his ass, kiss his ass, kiss his ass, kiss his ass, yes. But as I could say, this event was about breaking the rules. Sheamus went pussy and did a low blow on Dolph Ziggler and forced him to shove his face in his ass, which is typical.
Like, why would he make the match and then be mad that he lost? He made the match, so I'm like, what the fuck?
It's whatever. It's whatever, but it was a good match. But it was just the end. We were like, doesn't make no sense. Why you make a match if you're gonna lose?
Exactly.
So that was the second match. The third match was the tag team match, right? The tag team titles with the New Day with Biggie and Kofi versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Now, this match was supposed to take place in the pre-show, but Daniel Bryan unfortunately wasn't able to compete, so they switched it around and had and put this match on the main show.
Yeah, because the Intercontinental title was supposed to be online, but Daniel Bryan was injured before.
He still apparently he didn't fully recover from his previous injury.
Exactly. So they substituted with the tag team title, which is kind of good. It gives something. I think it was kind of great to have a title online instead of putting the pre-show, because we be seeing a lot, like in the pre-show, like every title and like certain titles was always on the pre-show, which I think myself, like, maybe they should have just add most of the titles throughout the main shows and the other matches for the pre-show. But it was a great match. It was a back and forth, and the New Day is finally the new champs
because
they cheated. Kofi used the tights. Yeah. And it was a good match. It was a really good match. But let's see what happens. Let's just hope that Cesaro Tyson get their rematch in Payback. So let's see what happens. And about the first match, it continued after the last match. So, like I said, it was an intermission, and now it continue on.
So yeah, the New Day were like, Renee was interviewing them about their victory, and then all of a sudden you hear like a horn, and then it's the Jeep that Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose drove off, and they came back, and then Luke Harper comes out from the Jeep, and then all of a sudden Dean Ambrose is on top of the Jeep, and he just jumps on top of all four of them.
Well, technically the New Day, not just.
All right, New Day, yeah, because Luke Harper moved out.
He moved out. He just ran. He just ran through the main stage, and then Dean Ambrose went to the other way.
But I was saying that Renee was like happy to see her man, be in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah, because he's saying, "Oh my God, my man, he's finally back." But it was I gotta say, this is the weirdest street fight.
Yeah.
Because how they just went to like I said, intermission, and then it went and like it's just skipped on to 2 matches, and then after the second match, the third match, then it just came back. Like it was just a weird street fight, but it was just ending crazy. But still, it's just, like I said, this is the one of the street fights I ever saw.
Yeah, and then Dean Ambrose ended up winning. Because Dean Ambrose was under all those chairs, and
they both were throwing chairs, and then Dean Ambrose did a powerbomb on Luke Harper on the chairs, and then he did his DDT move, and he won. So it was a crazy match, but it was so weird. I think they're trying to make a reference with the Goldust and Roddy Piper thing with the. It was like a street fight, and then this Goldust escaped doing the OJ Simpson type of thing. Yeah. but too bad they didn't use that reference. But but it would be more interesting if we would see them fight outside. Exactly. But so far it was just a weirdest street fight ever. Because like I said, it just went through from the first half, and then went to the break, and then after
2 matches it came back.
It was just a weird street fight match ever. So we're gonna go on to the next match. Yes. The next match was the
Russian chain match.
The Russian chain match, which is
the United States Championship.
Yeah, with Rusev and John Cena, and this match is it's a pinfall, not pinfall.
It was no pinfall. So it was nothing. It was just like to win you have to touch all 4 corners.
Yeah, it's pretty much John Cena and Rusev are tied up in the chain, and they each of them got to drag their opponents into the corners, or if their opponents is knocked down, then they had to touch on the side. So it was a good match. It was a decent match. It was just funny that everyone want Lana.
Everybody was like, "We want Lana,"
and then she was like this. She was like this.
And then Rusev got mad, and he was like, "Get out!" And she laughed or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the match continued. It was crazy, and then John Cena ended up winning.
It was a good match.
Touch all 4 corners.
It was a good match.
And then afterwards, later on in the night, we found out that Rusev told Lana to go to the Authority, and then Lana was able to get another match between Rusev and John Cena. It's the final chapter, supposedly at Payback. It's an I Quit match for the United States Championship. So we'll see. Hopefully it is the final chapter.
Let's see, because this is like the 4th time.
It'll be their 4th pay-per-view fighting.
Exactly. So Payback is with them is the I Quit match, and if Rusev loses, then that's it.
He needs to move on.
Exactly.
Another challenger.
So and so it was a good decent match. So the next match was the Divas title match with Naomi versus Nikki Bella, and this is one of the good Divas match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
It was a good match. It was a good back and forth match. I mean, it's kind of weird to see the Bellas good again. Because and we were talking about this before, because Evan read an article about one of the writers about how to make a good Diva storyline, right? Which it does make more sense, because a few weeks ago Paige was supposed to fight Nikki in this pay-per-view, but Naomi attacked her. But in the terms of writing her off, Paige is actually doing a movie. So I mean that is kind of good.
Right.
I guess they want to show a rivalry between Naomi and Paige in the future. So,
But the way they just automatically turned the Bellas good all of a sudden, it's just like they were just bad at WrestleMania. They fought AJ and Paige, and then all of a sudden, like last on Raw this past Monday, they were automatically like good instead of like having them turn good. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
so.
Like, like in a way we should like. I think WWE should look at this video and say this: what I mean, we don't mind the long matches with the Divas, and which is great. At least they have more time. What we need is a great storyline with the Divas. Like, if Naomi's bad, like especially on Monday when she fought against Brie, it'd be interesting to see when Naomi won. It'd be interesting to see that Naomi attacking Brie, and then Nikki comes in, and then she attacks Nikki, and then
and that would make them turn good.
Exactly.
Or like tonight, like before their match, like Naomi could have attacked Nikki backstage and hurt her leg, or like storyline hurt her leg, and then Nikki would come out hurt, but she would not give up, keep going, and like that would make the people behind her, make her turn good, and Naomi would have more boos and more, negative reaction from the crowd.
Exactly, because I mean, cause it is interesting. It is interesting to see like one of like the faces divas, that Naomi, who's been face.
She's been a face since she debuted.
Exactly, since she debuted it, and see her heel, finally for years. It's a good stepping stone to see her heel, but it would be more great to see better storylines.
Right. Let's see how this continues tomorrow. If they build upon this whole thing, then we'll see if it's a better at Payback. We'll
exactly, because but it was a good match, and it was a good back and forth match. They both tried to do their moves, their finishers, and
then in the end, because what's her name, Naomi attacked Brie for helping Nikki get up. So in the end, when the ref's back was turned, Brie kicked Naomi in the head, and then Nikki was able to do the rack attack in it.
Exactly, it was a good match. It's just next time WWE, I love if we give Diva a chance, but if you want to give Diva more chance, give them a really great storyline behind the matches. Because if you can make good storyline with wrestlers like Randy Orton or Seth Rollins or John Cena, Rusev, who else? This goes on and on. And then we will have a great storyline. But so far, it was a good match. Let's just see what happens in Payback. We don't know if Naomi will continue to face Nikki again, or will make a triple threat. We'll see. But let's see.
Next match is the last man standing match.
Yeah, the last man standing match. This is one of the best matches ever.
Yeah, it was a good match.
It was one of the best matches ever. And Big Show, was dominating, trying to take down Roman. Oh, okay, it was between Roman Reigns and Big Show. So keep forgetting about the names. Yeah, so Big Show tried to dominate the match, and then Roman, tried to use every weapon, the candlestick, the tables. He was Big Show to the security wall.
And they just kept getting up. Finally, Roman was able to spear him through the table, and Big Show still got up. I was like, what the fuck? And then Roman finally picked up the English announce table and was able to bury Big Show in there.
Because what happened is that Big Show set the steel steps next to the commentary table with Jerry and Michael Cole at, so that way he could do his choke slam on him, and Roman reversed it, and then he did the spear on Big Show on the Spanish announcement table, which he got up, and then Roman noticed he was getting up, so he uses their table and lifted up and made Big Show don't get up. So and he won the match. It was one. I'd say this is one of the craziest matches ever out of all of them, but it was a good match, and let's just see what happens, and let's see if the rivalry continues. But it was a good match. The last match is the steel cage match with Randy Orton versus Seth. I can say Seth Green. In my mind, Seth Rollins. Seth Green is created an animated series in WWE. Oops, sorry. It's Seth Rollins and Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton for the WWE heavyweight championship in the steel cage match. And the stipulation is that Randy cannot use his RKO.
Yes.
So, and also...
No, the stipulation was the RKO is banned. Period.
Oh, yeah. The RKO is banned. Yeah, I need to...
Yes.
Yeah. It's Sunday night, so... Yeah, the RKO is banned. And,
Kane was the gatekeeper.
Kane is the gatekeeper because Triple H made him the gatekeeper for the match. And the match was good. It was decent. In the end, it was, typical. Typical, like always. And, Kane, Jamie and John and Joey tried to get in. And then, Seth did something. And, no, Randy was gonna come out. No.
No, what are you talking about? When they were climbing up the cage?
Yeah,
and
when they were climbing the cage.
Yeah, Randy threw Seth into them both, so they fell.
And then Kane opened the door, and Seth was gonna walk out, but Randy reversed it, and I think he did a pedigree, and then he would try to walk out, and then Kane
stopped him.
Kane closed the door, and reached that near, and then Seth drop
kicked the steel cage door into Kane, so Kane fell back, and then they were both trying to get out at the same time, and then Kane slammed the door into both of them at the same time. So then Kane went in, and J&J security were trying to stop him, no, don't do anything, attack Randy, and then all of a sudden he just chokeslammed both of them, it was a double chokeslam. And then he acted like he was gonna chokeslam Seth. He was close to Seth, and then he just grabbed Randy, chokeslammed him, and then Seth was gonna cover Randy Orton, and Randy kicked out. So then Kane came back and chokeslammed Seth, and then what happened? Oh, no.
No, he
chokeslammed Seth first, and then he pulled Seth onto Randy. Randy kicked out. Then Kane came back. He was gonna tombstone Randy. Randy countered it into his RKO, and then Seth did the RKO on Randy, and then escaped the cage. Which the RKO was banned, so I don't know how he was able to win. But it wasn't banned because Randy RKO'd Kane, but Kane wasn't a part of the match, so that was legal. But Seth RKOing Randy, that was illegal because the RKO was banned, so he cheated. See, the night of breaking rules.
Like I said, typical. And we all thought that Cage would turn good and stuff like that, but I know it's too early.
He's going to eventually. They have to build the storyline of the Authority ordering him around and bullying him or whatever, and then he's gonna get fed up and he's gonna get tired and he might go back to the Masked King. So we'll never know. So we'll see. The storyline has to build for it to happen, and then hopefully Randy will win.
How long?
To SummerSlam, when we go to SummerSlam.
Imagine. Very crazy, but overall, it was a good pay-per-view.
Yeah,
it was not better than before.
I would give it a B+.
I would give it a B, just a B or B-, so because most of the matches were good, the tag team match and the last match standard match, and the Divas match was pretty good. The street fight was pretty much the weirdest match ever. I mean,
I gotta give it to them for changing it up, because instead of going match, they changed it up a little bit to make it seem is this match gonna continue? It was suspenseful.
They tried to make it more attitude-ish, but if they were trying to make him like that, they should have they should just show them fighting outside,
right,
or in the streets in Chicago. It'd be interesting, if that's what it's called, a street fight. A Chicago street fight. But it just went to intermission, and then 2 matches passed on, and then the matches continued on, which is, it was crazy, but still, it's not like a wow factor that said, oh, okay, that was weird. and the steel cage match was pretty much a typical match. We know what's gonna happen. We knew Steph was gonna win.
Yeah.
And what else? And John Cena, we know he was gonna win. There's no chance they're gonna let him lose the United States title
So quickly.
So yeah, I just give it a B, maybe B and B minus or so. You know, like I said, it just hopefully a better story development in the next pay-per-view, which is Payback, and
For the Divas.
So I say from there for official would be a B minus. You say a B.
I would give it probably a B. I would probably give it a B plus if they would have gave the Divas like not a regular one-on-one match, maybe like a falls count anywhere or 2 out of 3 falls, something extra, because it is Extreme Rules. So they could have if this is the hashtag Give Divas a Chance movement, give them a chance by first of all making the storyline a little bit better, but also giving them a crazy match.
And all the matches are supposed to be extreme, and I'm thinking to myself,
yes, not all of them was really extreme. Like the Kiss My Arse match, there was nothing extreme about that.
There was nothing extreme about that. The tag team matches, that was not extreme. The Divas match was not the extreme.
No.
And then even the chain match, it was not extreme. Like I was expecting them to, that John would probably use a chair or something, but they just like pull each other, like like they are tug of warriors on each other. Yeah. Like I'm thinking to myself, okay, but there's nothing extreme.
Right.
So WWE, if you're gonna do extreme moves in the pay-per-view, another one, make every match extreme. Because it's the CK match may be extreme, but it's not extreme enough for Extreme Rules pay-per-view. And then the Street Fight, I understand they're trying to make it different, but at least have them fight outside or something like that. But yeah, it was a decent, not better than WrestleMania. WrestleMania was way better than this, so let's just hope that Payback is better than this pay-per-view, because this one was decent. Yeah. So far, he's gonna come back for the next pay-per-view, and I will still continue doing my videos. So I see you guys later, and good night. We forgot to mention, well, we didn't see the pre-show match, but we also forgot to mention there was an extra match. Even though it was a filler, but
no, it wasn't a match. It was just a tag.
I mean, yeah, it was a tag. It was a little promo. Time filler. It was. It was with. It's late. That's why. This is why we were at rush. It's between Ryback. Well,
Bo Ballas.
Bo Ballas. No. Bo Dallas, he came out, talked about Chicago, like, whatever. And then, we thought it was going to be a single match, oh, God. It's late. Oh, God. Ryback came out and attacked him, did a show shock, and that's it. And then in the pre-show, it was, Bad News Barry was supposed to fight Daniel Bryan, but Bad News Barry fought against Neville, which is we didn't see it, but it was a good match so far. But so far we were just going to tell you about those 2 matches, and yeah. So this is the extra bonus content. So don't forget to subscribe, like, or comment, and also follow me on my Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And also don't forget to comment on what you think of this pay-per-view. This is an okay pay-per-view. But so far it was good. So see you guys. Good night.